Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Pic-Time webinar. My name is Lauren, if you've never seen my face before. And to give you just a brief intro as to who I am, while we let everybody join in here. My name is Lauren, and I've been working for Pic-Time for 8 years now. So it's been a very fun journey, getting to see the system grow and watch it change as our photographers give everybody feedback and stuff. And it's been a really fun time. In this past 8 years, I started out on the online chat. But now I run our knowledge-based platform as well as a lot of educational material for our photographers. So I'm somewhat of the resident Pic-Time expert, so you're in very good hands with me here today. And I'm very excited to chat with you about the store for the holidays. At Pic-Time, one of our big goals is to really harness the power of the online space, but at the same time, we really want to emphasize the importance of the printed image. And I really appreciate that as a photographer. In my mind, that's kind of the whole point, right? We're photographing so that I can give you these images and so that you can have the family photo album and, relive your memories for the rest of your life. And so the holidays are a really, really great time just to remind my clients how magical and special it is to actually print out their photos. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you all. If you ever need to reference any information later on, you can reach out to our live chat. You can look at our knowledge base and our blog as well. We've got lots of resources for things. And then for the call today, you can ask questions in the chat if you want. We've also got Emilio here to answer any questions if you have those. We will also have a Q&A at the very end of the call as well. I'm going to be doing a store setup with you all, so we'll look at how to create a brand new price list. We'll look at how to duplicate a price list, and then we'll also look at how to customize that price list and then assign it to galleries. So we'll go ahead and just jump right into things here. I'll go ahead and share my screen and pull up our Pic-Time account. Alrighty, so if you're completely brand new to Pic-Time, this is what the main photographer dashboard looks like when you first log in. And then for your clients, when they first view their galleries, they'll see their cover page, and then they'll be able to see their photos. And then, of course, their galleries connected to the online shop. And this shop you'll set up as a photographer, so you can choose which products you want to offer, you can choose which sizes and finishes and such, and then your client will easily be able to look through the products and order them as well. And as kind of a side note, this is a freebie here. With Pic-Time, we're trying to harness that power of the online space as well as remind our clients how important it is to print out their photos. So pretty much every feature in Pic-Time, from the large things like slideshows to marketing emails, all that sort of ethos is always at the back of our mind. So even in the online shop, if your client is scrolling through, marking photos as favorites, spending more time looking at certain images in their gallery, even that little action, those favorite photos will be more likely to appear in these product images. So even in that small aspect, clients are already visualizing their favorite photos in their products. And so that's just one way, we're really trying to just emphasize, how beautiful these products are and how important it is to actually print out your photos. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll just jump right into things and get started. So first of all, when creating your storefront, you'll first want to do just a couple things in your store settings really quickly to make sure you actually get paid, right? So to do that, we'll first go into our settings and then store settings right here. I won't talk about everything on this page. You can find all of the resources on our knowledge base. But first of all, we've got the payments right here. If you're a US-based photographer, all you really need to do is enter your PayPal email, and that's it. You're good to go. If you're an international photographer or you want to just handle the payments yourself, you can switch to having the payments collected by you, and then you can connect any of your payment accounts basically. Again, I won't go into the details of this, but that's how you can set it up, and it's a pretty quick setup as well. But if you just want to stick to US dollars, you can enter your PayPal email and you're all good to go. And then the other thing on this page is this hold orders feature right here. In general, it's a really good idea to have this both from a customer support perspective and also from a marketing kind of perspective. I always tell my clients that if they order through the online shop through me, I'm the one looking at all of their orders, double checking to make sure the cropping looks perfect. I can upload retouched files if I want to as well before it's actually sent off to the lab, and just make sure that the order is good to go, right? For the holidays, you may want to remove the hold on your orders just so that there's no delay in your clients ordering them between the order actually going off to the lab and them receiving it in time for Christmas. So you may want to, disable the hold orders just for the holidays, unless your workflow already includes you uploading retouched files after they place their orders. You can also skip the hold for certain products if you want, if you don't want to look at, a small print order or whatever. Speaking of holiday deadlines, you can also, in our blog, we've got a new blog post right here with the holiday shipping deadlines for this year. So you can look at this. This is good to also just look at all of the labs in general. You can do that through the entire blog right here with this print lab section. But here you can look through all of the labs and see what their holiday shipping deadlines are as well. So that may influence your decision in setting up your store pricing too. But we'll go ahead and go back over here to our store settings. We've got our hold orders all situated right here. And now we can go ahead and go to the store pricing section. And let's see, we'll refresh it here, make sure it all looks good. Beautiful. And to give a brief overview of the store pricing, basically, the store pricing is where you can create different storefronts for your clients. In general, your default pricing is ready to go when you first signed up for Pic-Time. It selects labs based on the location that you put in. But a lot of photographers will want to have different price lists, either based on the client's location, so that there's a lab that's closer to where they live so they don't have to pay international shipping fees. You can also have different price lists based on types of photo session. If you want to have, a certain type of product for your wedding galleries versus your family galleries. You can also have like a friends and family price list. You can have a price list for really anything you like. And then when you assign a price list to a gallery, that's the specific products and lab and pricing that your clients will actually see for that particular gallery. So you can have, one client with two different galleries, like a wedding and a family gallery, and they've got wedding prices and products over here for the wedding gallery, and then a separate products and prices for their family gallery later on. But we'll go ahead and create a price list from scratch. So to do that, you can come over here to this Edit Price List button, and we'll go ahead and click on it, and we'll scroll down here and click Add More. And for this, we'll call it Holiday 2024. And now we can go ahead and select our preferred printers. And what the system will do is it will look at a product and see if Bay Photo is a fulfiller for that product. And if they are, then it will select Bay Photo for that product, basically. So for this demo, it doesn't really matter which printer we select, so I'll go ahead and just choose Bay Photo. But in general, I suggest selecting one or maybe two printers. That way your client, you have less of a chance of your client buying from three different labs, right? Or however many. And that way the shipping cost for them is lowered a little bit. But you can also offer your client free shipping and things like that through marketing apps and stuff. But that's another webinar. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, so we've got Bay Photo as our lab, and then we can choose a markup preset. I say we'll go with the premium pricing one for now. You can further edit your markup later on. And ultimately your markup kind of depends on the type of sale you want to, give to your clients, if you want to give them any discounts or things like that. So, later on, if we want to, in our new price list right here, we can click this markup and presets button and actually apply, a much larger markup. Maybe we want to do 400%. Maybe for, the holidays, we want to round it to the nearest 99 cents and make it, kind of fun, right? So you can set it, further edit your pricing that way as well. So in theory, this price list is ready to go, right? But we can go in and customize it. We can, unmark certain products if we don't want to offer something, or we can even go in and select certain sizes and whatnot. But before we go in and customize, now I'm going to show you how to actually duplicate a price list. It kind of depends on your workflow, which way you really want to go with this. Maybe you want to set up certain holiday pricing or something, or maybe you want to enable just certain holiday products, right? You can either just go into your wedding price list and then enable the holiday products if you want, or you can also just duplicate your price list. So to do that, we can come in here and click Edit Price List again, and I'll duplicate this wedding premium one. So we can click this duplicate button right here, and maybe I'm making a special holiday version of this, right? So I'll go ahead and I'll just label that as holiday. And then we'll click Apply, and then that just duplicates my existing price list. So if you're a photographer who already has it all set up and stuff, but you just want to, update a couple of things for the holidays, then you'll probably want to, go the duplication route. But now, again, we can go in and update our markup if we want. We can remove certain products. We can, enable those holiday products. The ornaments are really beautiful. They're like these really fancy metal ornaments. They're really nice. I also really like, telling my clients about the calendars. Those are really fun gifts to give to people. I also really like the folios as well. I think these are a really beautiful product too. But honestly, any of the products are really great, right? And in fact, I think our most popular products in the past years are the 4x6 to 8x10 size prints, and then the matted frames, and then of course the albums. So you can go in for, any of your products really and, update the pricing. We can, remove, maybe I don't want to sell the fine art prints for some reason. I can, disable all of those. I can also just go in and remove certain sizes if I don't want to offer those. I can also, of course, update the pricing further if I want to and, do lots of other things. I can change the fulfiller if I want to on one print. But you can spend as much time as you want really updating your store pricing, but in general, it's, good to go right away. You can also, if you want to get really fancy, you can even create, different product packages. I'm planning on doing a holiday gifts essentials package and maybe a holiday premium package as well, just to give my clients a guided, recommended sort of product options for them. And another thing I really appreciate about Pic-Time is that, you can go in and get super customizable, change all of the pricing individually, update all of the email wording if you want, spend a lot of time setting things up, right? Or you can go in and use all of our default recommended things, and like our pre-made templates and things like that. So even with like the product packages, which I won't go into how to set it up today, we've got lots of resources for that. But even with the product packages, you can go in, you can view a template and, use this right away, and you don't even have to like make anything yourself. So we can set that up in 2 seconds if we wanted to. And then you can just change the name, call it holiday luxury package instead, right? But those are all extra details. So right now, our price list is ready to go. So the next step is assigning it to your galleries. If you're already just editing, a pre-existing price list that you have, any changes that you make will affect, the galleries that it's connected to already. So you may not need to assign your already existing price list to a gallery. But since we've made a new one, we'll go ahead and want to as well. And there's 3 different ways to assign a price list to a gallery. You can do it in the gallery settings itself, in the gallery setup tab for each individual gallery. You can also set your price list in the gallery templates in your settings. That's actually in your preferences tab right here. So if I have a wedding price list, I can assign it to my wedding gallery template. And that way, whenever I create a new gallery in Pic-Time, everything's already connected to it, right? The third way is through this Assign to Galleries button. And this is very convenient if you're doing something like me today, where we've duplicated a new and made a new price list, basically, and we need to actually add it to our already existing galleries. So to do that, we can go ahead and click this Assign to Galleries button right here. And there's this filter option over here. And for this, you can actually just filter through, your original price list that you've made. So we've got our original wedding price list. These are all of the galleries that had them right here. So we can go ahead and click Select All and then click Apply. And then our new holiday price list is added to those galleries, and now our clients can shop for those special Christmas and New Year's sort of products. And then, so if you go that route and you create your holiday version of the price list, you'll just want to remember that after the holidays, you'll want to switch it back. So you can just easily click the Assign to Galleries button again, search for that holiday version of the price list, and then select all and redo it. You may want to refresh the page first. I'm doing the demo, so it hasn't updated yet. But so you'll just want to switch it back to that afterwards. But yeah, that's basically it. So, it's a really, really quick process. Like I said, you can go into Pic-Time and get really customizable and change a whole bunch of things, and really, make it like a really fancy boutique experience. But you can really quickly get things set up within just a couple minutes. So yeah, that's it. Let me look at my outline here really quickly just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. Oh, one thing I do want to mention though is that if you do update your markup this way at all, and if you have any like custom products or product packages that already exist, this markup won't necessarily affect those custom products and things like that. So you may want to just double check the pricing for those sort of specialized products that you've made. But yeah, that's basically it with the store pricing. And now our clients can shop for, those beautiful holiday products. But they do also need to be reminded, that it exists as well. And that's where the marketing apps will actually come in. We won't go over it in this webinar today because they're not quite ready, but they're coming out very, very soon. And this year we're actually going to have a special holiday wizard that you can just click through to quickly set up your perfect sale for the holidays. And I cannot stress enough how much I recommend using the Classic Holiday Sale app. It we and all of the apps in general, honestly. It's just a really, really great way to just remind your clients to print out their photos for the holidays. And, they're getting so many emails and things like that already that, the holiday app is really nice because I can then tell them that, hey, you don't gotta shop at, Walmart or wherever. You can order from me and give your client this really beautiful custom special product. And, you know, maybe it's just because I'm a photographer, but I think that's the most special gift you can possibly give to someone. So I would highly, highly recommend using the Classic Holiday Sale app when it comes out this year. And also, if you want to have the most successful sale possible, you'll want to use that app. It's based on tons of years of data from using it with Pic-Time, and also based on photographers' feedback as well. There's a new thing we've added to the app this year that I think a lot of people will enjoy. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and just open it up to some questions. So let me stop sharing right now and I'll pull up our questions here. If we have clients from different parts of the world, is there a way to easily market different products for different clients depending on their actual location? Yes, yeah. It kind of depends on what you mean specifically by that. Like if you're shooting, a wedding overseas or something, you can totally create a price list for those specific clients and select a lab that's closer to them, basically. And let's see here. Yep, a price list for US-based clients and a separate for EU-based clients. That's perfect. Yeah, we won't do a walkthrough of the apps today, but we will do it eventually. And also, again, you can access all of this information in our help center as well. If you look in your Pic-Time account, there's on the bottom left corner, there's a little question mark icon, and you can click on that to view our entire help center. How to know which printers are best for the UK? That's a great question. If you go to our blog, that will probably be the easiest way to just see all of the printers and look at the products from an overview sort of perspective. But actually you can even, let me share my screen again and I'll show you. You can actually even, in your store pricing here, go in and click on a product to edit the price. And then you can actually click on this product info button and you can see all of the labs that fulfill that particular product, as well as the sample photos. You've got the specs of the product. This info up here is, the info that's visible to your clients. And then here's all of the extra information where it ships from and all of the destinations that it can go to as well. So this is a good reference if you want to just take a look at the product photos themselves as well. So yeah, that's a great question as well. Let's see, anything else? Is this the same setup as the gallery store? That is a great question, Samantha. If you already have your art gallery set up, it won't be the same. If you go to the art gallery section, and then I think it's called art gallery pricing, you can actually bulk update your prices for your products there. The art gallery is a little bit different in that the price is connected to the created product that you make as a photographer and not necessarily just the general specs of the product, if that makes sense. So you can really customize the pricing for your products with the store in the art gallery, but you can still bulk update it in the pricing section. Let's see. Any other questions? Oh, can the client report issues directly instead of going through me? That's a lovely question as well. And yes, our live chat is available to all of your clients as well. You can disable it if you don't want your clients talking with us, but I mean, we're great. Why wouldn't you want that? And it's also nice because, you don't have to be bothered necessarily with, client information or any questions. So we're totally happy to help your clients. Like if they have any question or need any help at all, like they are more than welcome to use the online chat. What is your solution when clients are from different parts of the world? If one side of the family lives in Europe and the other side lives in the US? That is a very good question. And ideally, I don't know if there's necessarily a perfect solution for that because, you've got one store price list connected to the gallery. And at the moment, there's not a way to differentiate depending on which clients are viewing. So you could either create two different versions of the gallery and say this is the US store and then this is the UK store. So you could do it that way. You could also just select a printer that's an international one, and just see how their shipping fees are. You can also, of course, always give your client a free shipping discount too. I Again, this is a bit outside of this webinar, but I like to give my clients free shipping off of all orders over $300. That way they're still technically, paying for the shipping with, whatever profit I'm getting. But that way, it kind of alleviates, any shipping fees for the clients. Let's see. Ooh, how can I add different size prints to an existing category? That's a great question, Lauren. You can't add different print sizes to an existing category, but you can create custom products. You'll need to, in your store settings, accept payments yourself in order to create custom products. But once you do that, you can create any kind of product you can possibly imagine. So you can add different sizes there if you would like. With the custom products, you can also even add a form for your clients to fill out if you want them to select album cover colors or anything like that. So there's lots of options for the custom products. So yeah, let's see. This is a great question, Matt. Are the gallery prices always correct? Is there a chance that after someone places an order that the pricing at the printers might change? That's an excellent question. Sometimes the lab pricing does get updated. I'd say it depends on the lab, but I'd say an update usually happens like once or twice a year, but we warn you about it with plenty of time beforehand. There's lots of, red notifications where, you'll be notified, and there's no pricing changes that are happening during the holidays as well. We make sure it's, well taken care of before the big holiday season. So you will definitely know if there's any sort of pricing change that happens. And let's see. What is a reasonable markup that most photographers use? So I would say using those pricing presets is a really, really great starting point. That's based on what we see lots of our photographers using, as well as, our recommended pricing. Of course, it will be different, depending on your clientele, where you live in the world, what types of photo sessions you do, as well as the amount of discount you want to give to your clients. If you want to give somebody like a 75% off discount, you'll probably want to mark up your store pricing larger than 200%, right? So, it ultimately kind of depends, but those pricing presets are a really, really great starting point. And if you use the pricing preset, it will work with the default discounts in the marketing apps. So if you don't ever change any of the settings in your Pic-Time account, you're good to go, basically. They'll work together. Let's see. Oh, Angel left a good comment. I'm worried because clients pointed out that it's cheaper outside to print, which, I mean, is true. If you go to, like, Walmart or someplace, it will probably be a little bit cheaper, right? So what I like to do, with all of my clients, even before they book with me, I'm already trying to educate them on how important it is to print out their photos and also to, print through me. Again, I'm going to be looking at every single order, making sure it looks perfect. They're going to be supporting me as a small business, right? And hopefully they'll want to do that rather than Walmart. And also, the products are like really specialized as well, and they're archival, like museum quality, sort of situation. Like they're really, really nice products. So I always tell my clients that, if they order through me, like they're gonna get like really nice, high quality stuff. And like I've looked at the products myself, and like I can guarantee like their beauty and like quality as well. And also with my sessions, I tell my clients, I give them like a price range and say, hey, most of my clients will set aside, however much money for the products later on. You can even just tell your clients, what you would hope that they would spend, right? So I always tell my clients, hey, be sure to set aside like maybe even like $300, $400 for, these products because you'll definitely want to buy them. I also, just remind my clients that, again, that they can give, gifts to their friends and family for the holidays. And I also set up my sessions such that they're receiving products complimentary anyways. So with me, with like my wedding specifically, I'll offer them a complimentary wedding album. The clients are still technically paying for it with, all their booking fee, right? But to them, it's complimentary. But that way, they're already getting into the gallery store. They're looking at the album design, and they can edit it, and then they can buy it themselves. I give them a discount. So that's another great way to also just get your client into the store if you, set your packages such that there's products already in there. But yeah, again, it's always, the educational aspect for me where I'm just always constantly reminding my clients, just how important and special it is to print out their photos. And so hopefully it comes through with my clients. I think it does. But yeah, let's see if there's any other questions. When will the holiday sale 2024 app be available? That's a great question. I don't know if I'm allowed to say when it will be available or not, but it's coming out very, very soon. Very soon. So it'll be a fun time. Let's see. Oh, Julianne, I would love to talk about art galleries more, but I don't think we'll be able to have time today. I love the art galleries though. I think they're really beautiful. Ooh, Nate, apparel options? I mean, we don't have any apparel options or like, kind of like fun, like a mug or like keychains for the store or anything like that. But again, with the custom products, you can totally add anything you want. I have even added a couple t-shirt options for my art gallery. So like you can literally add any custom product you want. So you can totally do it that way. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, Angel, the blog is just blog.pictime.com. I think if you go to pictime.com, there's a link to it as well. So that the blog is a really great resource for seeing the different labs that we offer, as well as like feature updates and stuff. And then we also have different Pic-Time stories with photographers too. So it's kind of a fun journey if you want to have some reading material. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's like 45 more comments now. But yeah, I will say, oh yeah, here, this is the last question we've got. So, where did it go? Can you discount a wedding album to the client and absorb the cost? Yes, Chris, you can. And I think that's kind of a really smart move. So like for me, for my wedding clients, they get, the complimentary wedding album, and I'm just giving them a free product discount through Pic-Time. they are still technically, again, paying for the album through their, booking with me, but in their mind it's complimentary, which I think helps, book clients too. But yes, that I think we'll go ahead and end it there. I'm very sorry if I didn't answer your question. Everybody is lovely. All of your questions are great. But yeah, if you do have any other questions, you are totally welcome to reach out to our live chat. You can probably also find the question on our knowledge base, at least I hope so, because I run the knowledge base. So I think that's it for now. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. Best of luck with your holiday sales. I hope we all make so much money and have a wonderful time. All right. I'll see you guys for the next webinar. Adios.